The Death card. One of the most dreaded cards in tarot. Scorpio in tarot. Yes, your ruling card, because every zodiac sign has a ruling card in the tarot deck, and your card is the Death card. Fortunately, for some reason, you can't see it. There you go. The Death card, number 13. And I don't know if you've ever gotten a tarot reading, a tarot psychic reading, Scorpio, but you can contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot video reading or your own private, confidential birth chart reading. Simply just visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. You can purchase your reading directly from my website and purchase your own reading, okay? So I would love to do a reading for you, Scorpio. With that being said, also, please follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video if you enjoy it. Of course, all the links to my social media and website will be in the description box below. Okay, so Scorpio, the Death card. Well, the wonderful thing about the Death card actually is that it's not all bad. The Death card isn't always the bad thing. The Death card actually represents rebirth and regeneration, because death isn't actually an ending, it's a transformation of energy. It's a rebirth. It's a new beginning in a way for all parties involved, right? And in a lot of ways that relates to Scorpio and Scorpio energy, right? Because Scorpios are constantly reinventing themselves, constantly, experiencing rebirths, in their evolution as human beings and individuals, right? So this is exactly why you're ruled by, the Death card in tarot. Also, Pluto, your ruling planet, or one of your ruling planets, because, you're ruled by both Pluto and Mars, I believe. And let me double check that for accuracy. Yes, this is YouTube, so I have the free right to check my own accuracy in the middle of my own video, Scorpio. Yes, you are ruled by both Mars and Pluto. Pluto is okay. So first of all, Mars is all about animalistic instinct, desire, action, sexual desire. So that's kind of where you get your sexual energy from, right? And then Pluto is the kind of dark, mysterious planet that rules death and rebirth and regeneration. So kind of makes sense, right? With Pluto and Scorpio and the Death card. Another wonderful thing about Scorpios is that they kind of understand the cycle of life. And I think, Scorpios are very intuitive. They're a very intuitive zodiac sign. So I find that, intuitively they know that death isn't always the end. Sometimes death is just the beginning, right? And I think, and me saying that, I think you are maybe the only sign, one of the only signs that understands where I'm coming from when I say that. My Venus is in Scorpio. I don't have prominent, I'm not a Scorpio, I'm a Capricorn Sun, Venus in Scorpio, Virgo rising, Libra moon. I'm a lot of earth and air and fire. But I do have prominent Scorpio in my chart, so I totally understand the Scorpio energy, the Scorpio vibe, where Scorpios come from. And I totally understand why Scorpios are ruled by the Death card in tarot. This is not a bad thing. It's actually tells me that Scorpios are very strong. Scorpios are very strong people to be able to go through an ending, something, so heartbreaking, something so traumatic, but still be able to rise like the phoenix out of it, to rise out of the ashes and make something of yourself once again. To do it over and over and over again, is amazing, right? So there's something to be said for being ruled by this card in tarot. Whenever I see this card come up in tarot, whenever I first got into tarot, I used to be afraid whenever it would show up in tarot. I used to be like, oh my gosh, the Death card. But now I'm like, okay, you know, when I see it, I'm like, this is actually a beautiful, beautiful card, a beautiful moment. This is a moment of, you know, transformation and growth and evolution, you know, and learning, gaining wisdom, insight, you know, honing more on your intuition, listening more to your intuition. Um, you know, the death card to me also represents, you know, self-resilience, becoming self-reliant, more self-reliant, trusting more in yourself, you know, because a lot of times we can be very kind of codependent. We can be in codependent relationships, friendships, you know, situationships, and not even really know it. So it's not until, you know, a death card kind of moment happens, you know, a big major ending, not literally like, you know, someone passing away, but just like an ending to a situation, you know, energy being transformed once again, not being omitted. Energy can't be omitted, it can only be transformed, right? So I think that's what the death card is all about. So it's not a scary thing, people, um, at all, by any means. And this card is represented in many different ways in many different decks. All right. Um, you know, so I think it's about, you know, learning that everything eventually must be transformed. Everything eventually must change, you know. Everything can't stay the same. Everyone can't stay the same, you know, forever, right? And I think it's about learning that, and it's about learning how to adapt to those changes in people and situations. And maybe even when those situations, you know, leave, you know, um, and force us to fend on our own, maybe, but finding the strength to do so, you know, and being transformed and evolved and growing through the process of picking yourself back up, you know. Such a powerful card. And you know what? Scorpios are such a powerful zodiac sign. You know, they're not one of the most powerful, you know, respected, revered, feared, even intimidating zodiac signs in the zodiac for no reason. I mean, these people are strong people, resilient people, who have very transforming, you know, capabilities and qualities, you know. You know, so not only can they transform themselves and, you know, kind of heal themselves, they can heal other people even, you know, through their relationships with other people, through, you know, just their essence, their presence, you know, just by being exactly who they are, you know. So this is a wonderful card. It's not a bad card, you guys, at all by any means. So don't be afraid whenever you see this card pop up in a reading. If anything, it means, you know, something needs to be transformed. It could also mean that there are Scorpios around you, or, you know, what so have you. But, you know, transforming energy, renewing energy, rebirth, a change in direction, you know, a needed change in direction, though. So, you know, always stay positive, you know, and don't take, you know, tarot so literally. Don't take the tarot cards so literally, the symbolism. If anything, you definitely need to find an intuitive tarot reader, okay, to read for you, because that's the best way to read the cards, is intuitively. So thank you so much for doing this reading with me. I really appreciate it. And please contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal psychic tarot reading. You can also email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Please follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend official. Until next time, Scorpio. I hope you get a personal reading from me, and I hope you continue to watch my videos and hit that notification button so whenever I upload a new video, you get notified, okay? Thank you guys for listening and watching. Until the next time, see ya.